Have you ever caught yourself doing something and realize, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't really know what's happening. I don't know what's going on here. Well, it happened to me the other day regarding batteries. Yeah, I had batteries and I needed to put batteries in something. And so I went and got the batteries and I opened the package and put the batteries in, and about the time I started to use the thing I put the batteries in, I thought, what did I just do? What do I actually know about what I just did? And I know there are people who say, you did what you normally do. You knew what you needed to know. Okay. But the question is, how much do I need to know? Do I need to know next to nothing about something? Or would it be better to know more about something? There are a couple of guys that a long time ago did a study. They were trying to figure out something. They were trying to figure out why stupid people think they're smart. Isn't that interesting? That's the question they asked. Kind of an odd way to pose the question. Anyway, Dunning and Kruger were the names of the two people involved, and they conducted a study with lots of people and experiments and so forth. I'll leave a link below to somebody who summarized it, I think, a lot better than I can. So rather than say things over again, we'll just point you in the direction where somebody's already said it. Now, here's a battery, right? This happens to be a Duracell battery. Now, we don't think anything about batteries, right? Here they are. They're in the store. We buy them by the dozens, put them in our stuff, and use our stuff. I've got to say, I don't know anything about a battery. Or I didn't. I know slightly more than I used to. And that is how I like to frame what I know. Slightly more than I used to. For example, why do we call this thing a battery? Who named it? Where did that come from? Well, it came from this guy here. Yep, Ben Franklin. In 1749, he created a series of capacitors to store electricity temporarily. They were wired together, and he called the assembly a battery. But it wasn't until 1800 that a guy in Italy named Alessandro Volta actually created what we commonly refer to today as a battery. Did Volta call his invention a battery? No. He called it a voltaic pile. Got his name in there, and pile because he piled up layers of materials in order to generate the voltage. So within the context of what we call a battery, are there any things that are kind of universally the same between different kinds of batteries? And what are the differences? Well, what's common is they all comprise three specific things: an anode, a cathode, and an electrolyte. What's different? What those materials consist of. That's the variable. But the cathode, anode, and electrolyte are common to all batteries. Another, why do we throw some batteries away and recharge other batteries? What makes that possible? Well, what makes up the cathode, anode, and electrolyte in a battery determines whether or not it's going to be used up and disposed, or used up and capable of being recharged. So a disposable battery, once you begin using the battery, the chemical reaction continues until the chemical reaction available within that amount of material is used up. Now the battery is dead and needs to be discarded. On the other hand, a battery like this is made of different materials. Because of that, it can discharge energy and then have energy put back into it. In one direction, energy leaves the battery. Flip the polarity, and energy can be poured into the battery to be used again. So why is a lead acid battery one price and a lithium battery many times more expensive? Well, it has to do with the availability of the materials. The lead acid materials are available just about anywhere. On the other hand, lithium in that lithium battery has only been available in China up until very recently. So if you want to manufacture a lithium battery, somehow, some way, at some point, China is going to be part of that equation. So now we can kind of ponder that for a second and say, okay, lithium comes from China. Can't get it anywhere else, or very little of it comes from anywhere else. We need cell phones, tablets, computers, now cars, power tools, all kinds of things use lithium batteries. So that means China is going to play a role in anybody making anything using a lithium battery anywhere on the planet. So what I hope you can see is I started out looking at this thing, wondering why is it called a battery, starting to drill down, unpack things a little bit, and before I know it, I'm into world politics, trade. I've got a multitude of things to consider and think about. And we're talking about battery, for crying out loud. A little thing like this, common, something we use every day. And yet, look at, I've spent 9 or 10 minutes so far here on a battery, talking about all the things swirling around it, what I don't know about it, implications, how other things bear in on it. I mean, what do we actually know? And consider now, I mean, look at your day. Look at what comes up in your day. You have a world pandemic, a health crisis, civil unrest, social upheaval. What exactly do you really know about any of this stuff? Well, I can tell you for the most part what I know is what I've been told, what I read, what I looked at, and so forth. I really don't know anything. And that's the point I'm trying to make, is I'll have an opinion, I'll have a thought or an idea, and then I have to ask myself, based on what? And if I'm honest with myself, I have to say it's based on very little, scant knowledge about anything. Do I take the time to drill down, research, look at the history of, etc. and so forth? Not for most things. Why? Well, we have 24 hours in a day. We have a lot of things we want to get accomplished and live and do, and we don't spend a lot of time doing that. If you took a minute or a few minutes to go over to that link in the description below and look at that Dunning and Kruger video, or that explanation of it or discussion of it, we are really walking around most of the time pretty ignorant about what's going on. Well, I say we. I shouldn't include you. I am walking around most of the time quite ignorant about what's going on. And so it's kind of humbling. It kind of makes me rethink saying something. There's an old saying that says it's better to be quiet and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. That's pretty good advice in my estimation. And for the most part, I'm going to try and follow it. Anyway, that's this video. I'm probably going to do others like this. I just find it fascinating that Dunning and Kruger says in their study that the reason that that stupid people have so much confidence is because they don't know what they don't know. And I think the beginning of wisdom or understanding is getting that little inkling in your mind, or at least me getting the inkling in my mind that I really don't know very much at all. So, look forward to more videos like this. I'll probably title them the same thing and just put a suffix like I did batteries or whatever the subject matter is. So in case you want to wander around with me and look at these kinds of thoughts, well, then you'll be cued in, hey, here's another one of those wacky videos. So, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you think it'd help somebody else, please share it with them. If you'd like more content like this, then subscribe and ring the bell, and you'll be notified when new content gets posted. Thank you for watching this video and all the videos on this channel. And as always, comment as you see fit. Till the next video, see you later. Duracell isn't making batteries where they used to make them. They're now making them, I think, in China. This is kind of interesting. I just noticed this. It must be a Canadian battery. On one side it says alkaline battery, and on the other side it says pile alkaline. I think that's French. I must have bought something in Canada that had a Duracell battery in it. Anyway, that's kind of interesting. Till next time, see you later.